Levels are supposed to gradually increase in difficulty, but this level and this level are impossible immediately, and I'll show how I beat both of them in this video. At the start, you can barely jump around the fireballs and catch this shell. I wall jump with the shell and perfectly aim it at this Koopa to get a key, and I barely dodge the fireballs again and enter a door. I need to grab a spring and juggle it mid-air around the fire, barely dodging an enemy and explosion, and the spring is used to give me a power-up that lets me fly. I throw the spring so I can boost up and launch a spiny helmet, throw the spring again to stall mid-air, and I line up perfectly to wear the helmet so I can break ice blocks and launch this big shell. The helmet also lets me bonk the shell up so it lands over here for me to kick it. And I need the shell to follow me on the top of the screen as I do these tight jumps on the bottom. And after flying up here, I can precisely bonk and then bounce off of it and fly over the spikes and saws to the flag. But this next level is in the top 3 best levels I've ever seen. And I'll slow down some parts so you can see what's happening. I throw this bomb and activate a switch to make these red blocks disappear. I throw this POW block to destroy the enemy so I can bounce up and set up this precise triple jump against these springs. Now, with the extra height from the triple jump, I can wall jump past this enemy, quickly throw shells at the switches, and stall mid-air so I can jump off this shell and keep wall jumping up. Now, I spin on this bomb, bouncing across both sides so it can eventually clear these blocks, which lets the elevator contraption move up further for the most intense part of the level. This spiny shell launches toward me so I can quickly jump off it twice in a row. I briefly stand in the dry shell, get out of it, and throw it at a block so that the contraption keeps moving up. I ride this shell to pick up and immediately drop this P-switch to block an enemy, and I wall jump to bounce off that enemy. By carefully timing my jumps, I bounce off the shell, wall jump and kick the shell so I can bounce off it again, and spin for a third jump off that same shell so I can wall jump up to the pipe. And now here's one of my favorite levels ever at full speed. And whenever I achieve something like beating hard levels, I like to celebrate by putting something up on my wall that symbolizes my achievement. And since in this level I was flying through the air, I put air on my wall. Those levels were hard, but there are levels that take people over 100 hours to beat. And to see what a level like that looks like, that video is right here.